So yeah, for the first one, so the ordering with the LCBO in the LCBO system. So the system is called Citrix. It's kind of like like a platform that the LCBO use to where like we share kind of between agents and LCBO, and that's the platform that we use as agent to place orders and kind of like get the wine basically out of of the warehouse and pay. That's a platform where we can pay also for the orders and everything. And so when you place the orders in the system then that you paid, then it creates a shipment ID. And this shipment ID is the code. It's a 6-number code that we receive by email on our Gmail. And this shipment ID, we need it to book the pickup. And the pickup, either we go, like we can go at the warehouse. It's Trillium warehouse, it's a bit far. It's in Caledon, like it's probably like 50 kilometers away from downtown Toronto. But we can also ask the ship novel to go. They usually go there every day, 5 days a week. So usually that's kind of the easiest way to do. And then I'll show you after, once we got the shipment ID, we usually send it to Ship Novel. We ask them to pick up for the following day. We have like some deadlines in like timing that we have to respect, kind of to make sure that they pick it up on time and everything. And then they go and they bring it back, and then they can also deliver to our final client. So I'll guide you a bit through the process of that. Maybe I'll need to share.
Yeah, share screen to show us how to do that, exactly. Where we got it.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Yes.
So I'll send you this. Address, like this.
The website username.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
password.
Yeah. The website, exactly. So that's Citrix, like apps.lcbo.com. Log on, Citrix. Then that's kind of like the first page where we need to identify. So we have like our login here. That's NLJXB. That's our username. Sorry. So copy. We can put it here. That's the password. Sunday 619. Here, paste. We have to note the password here. This password, it expires automatically every, I believe it's 60 days. It's 2 months.
Where do they email a new one to? Gmail?
No, they don't email. There is a phone number that you have to call and ask them to reset the password. Right. So it's IT. It's basically a LCBO support IT kind of thing. So
is there any documents for Citrix Gateway, like onboarding that they offer?
Yeah. Okay. It's like a 60 or 70 pages on the doing business. Let me find it for you.
Okay.
Citrix. I'll have to find it.
That's fine. Maybe you can attach it when you send us the username and password for this time around.
Yeah.
And is there an email that's set up for Citrix?
No, there is no email related with that. Actually, it might be
how
hello.
Do they know who we are?
What might be hello or sales? Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can check when we're logged in under our profile.
Hello, Juicy. Let's see.
I can't see anything. Are you still navigating right now?
Yeah, no, I'm just like on the email. Yeah, so the sorry, you don't see it? You don't
Oh, I see I just see Citrix Gateway right now. And then log in, it says.
Yeah, but
That's the
no,
only screen it
so
sees
no, the email associated is hello at Juicy Wine and Spirits.
for
So
Citrix.
yeah, if you go on Hello Wine and Spirits, that you type password or like IT service desk, that's kind of like the contact of the person that can reset the password.
Okay. That's the one email address I never signed up to. I have to get that from Matt then, I guess. The hello.
No, yeah, you couldn't.
No, it's not that I couldn't. I've only been sales and the Gmail. I've never had access to hello. I don't know what the password is. I don't know anything. If it's an Outlook email or anything.
It's exactly the same as the sales one, but you have like you have access to the drive, right? Like on the drive, we have all the passwords and stuff, so that's there.
Okay, great.
So we're back on the Citrix.
Yep, go ahead.
You see an agenda password, so that's the other password. Basically log on, and then when the passport expired, basically here, it says expired kind of thing, and then you know that you need to call the person to reinitiate. I'll see if we can change the name here. I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't really matter, but you see here, you gotta to access the platform. You want to click on specialty services for agents.
Okay.
This one. Open. So we're opening their platform. So that's our username that pops.
Okay, I can't see anything right now. I just see welcome John Baptiste again as it switched to open another window.
That's weird. Let me see.
Under your sharing.
Yeah, maybe I gotta share. Window from table. Entire screen. From tab. Can you see now?
Now I have Texas.
Yeah. So that's when you clicked on the other one, it sends you there. So here there is no password, it's blank. That's our username, 179392, login. And here you enter into the system. It's a bit of it's quite archaic system, but hopefully they might change it. I'm gonna make it bigger to have all the things. So to create an order for new clients, here order submission. Here you click on create. You see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, create here. Then order type here.
Yep.
You have several types. So customer order is for an order that we want to create for one of our customer. These are seasonal and regular consignment. Those are for our suppliers when we want to create orders for our suppliers. But let's say we want to create an order. Do we have an order that we want to create on hand or?
Well, we have one that we've processed already.
Okay. With your friend, right?
With branding and buzzing, we can use that one.
Okay. So customer order, tag, and here customer number. So that's basically, let me see, customer type. So, and here, like usually in customer number here, so that's our agent, the agency. You see, that's the detail of the agency. Customer number, and here, let's say licensee, like here, like all licensees have a number, right? So let's say you want to place an order for Matt. You put Trinity, usually that's going to pop out, but usually you see Trinity Market here.
Okay. What if they don't have a license? What if it's private sale?
Yeah, exactly. So that's only for all the licensees are registered here. And if it's for private, you need to create a new customer. But all licensees are registered here. So usually you have the
Great.
license number. So with the license number, you can like type it, 657, whatever, like the license number is, whatever, and then that's gonna pop up. And then like you see, let's say Trinity Tech here, and then you click on it, Trinity Market, and here you see that it's here, and then that's gonna appear like the detail of the license. And then you click continue. But let's say it's a new client, right? A private client and not a licensed.
Like what the sale we just did to branding it to my agency.
Yeah, exactly. So we can create that. So we cancel. We instead of order submission, we actually have to create a customer because it's a new customer. So that's only for non-licensed. Again, all the licensed are already in the system here.
Understood.
So we don't need to create a customer. But here you see customer, you create here, down here, they were like create. You saw it, huh?
Yep.
It's always at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So non-license, agent is it's still ours, and then continue. And here you fill up like you fill up the informations for the new private customer. So we can create yours if you want. What should be the name?
Sure. I wonder will I be able to log in and do that on my side?
So you cannot log in on two different computers at the same time, no?
Like I'm wondering, should I log in and try to go through this and create a customer while you're watching and share screen, or should I just do this at a different time?
Well, I think I should do it kind of like now. That way we see the process and we register all the process.
Okay.
And
I'll put the stuff in the chat for you to copy.
Which one?
The chat for branding and buzzing for the order we just ran.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. If you want to, so that should be the name of the customer, right?
Yep.
Up. Branding and buzzing.
The address.
Is that the same address that the agency or?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, I gotta find it's a mailing address that we have to put in. Okay, I'll type it in here. Second. It's in my message here.
Perfect. Edinburgh is the street?
Yeah.
Okay, so here address tag city
Windsor.
Only you see only the parts that are in red are required, right? But yeah.
Okay.
So basically city, address, name. It's kind of like the
That's it. Okay, fine.
Yeah, usually they're not too annoying with that. I can just put the postal code just in case. And also important here is license status. So here you want to select private individual.
Yep.
You can put like submit.
Okay.
So this one successfully created. Then you click on this little arrow up, and here you have that's the customer number that was created.
Okay.
You can always find it by typing the name anyway, like I did earlier, right? Branding and buzzing. You should find the customer number in the system. It's kind of like a huge database behind.
Okay.
So the customer is created. You can close that page here on the up right.
Okay.
Because we are on the customer agent page, so we want to go back on the main menu. We close that one, and we go back on order submission to create the order under this client. So customer order.
Yeah.
And here you see if I didn't copy the number, I put branding, and branding and building is popping up here.
Excellent.
That's the number. Continue again. And here you have to click on more actions, consignment invoicing. So here basically that's kind of going into our stock and looking at like the wines that are in stock at the warehouse. So that's gonna show all the wines in stock. Here you click search because you search like through the database what's in stock, and you see those are all the wines that we currently have in stock. So that's in cases. You see CS case.
So it was the bottom item that we bought.
This one?
Yeah, we bought one case. No,
and
two
those
cases.
Those are in cases. 20 cases, 15 cases, 2 cases, 10, 15, 20. So let's say
And does it
it's
tell you
one
how
case.
many's in each case? Because I got 2 6-packs on that one. So 2 cases.
Yeah, I think those are full cases.
Full 6-packs, yeah, right?
Viognier, I think Viognier is 12-pack, no?
No. Unless they put them in 2 boxes, because I've got one sitting right here, and I'm sure there's only 6 inside of it. Yeah, 6.
Let me see. Yeah, just let me see a second. I'm just checking in the system. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, those are 6-packs. Yeah. Because the other one, the orange, then is 12 packs, right?
I don't know. I just know I got that one right now.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. One. So one case.
2 cases.
You got 12?
Yeah.
12 bottles of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2. You can choose 2 out of 20. Add to order.
Okay.
And you see here that's going to deduce to 18. And those 2 cases are going to be added to the order.
Now, I already picked these 2 up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But did you sell them or?
Yeah, I already processed it on the FreshBooks.
And then you invoice them after, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And I sent it. I made the invoice. I processed it on QuickBooks and I sent it to Ship Noble, and I picked it up on Ship Noble on Friday.
Oh, okay, I see. But those are for what?
Private sale.
Huh?
Private sale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So here you see, bottles per case 6. You have 2 cases of each. Tuck. Continue. And here you have to, so you see up here, you have the review status. Review status is important to see where we're at with the order. We're 1 in progress. But you want to click when you're also here, you see tuck on those related. You can see the detail of what's actually in the order. Agent order request item entry. You have the 2 cases, you kind of like the recap, let's say, of the thing.
Yeah.
And so if you're good to go, you can just like put ready here. Up, ready, and you see here the status will change. Review status to ready. So now it's ready. We just have to wait for the LCBO to process the order. Once it's been approved by the LCBO, it usually takes, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes before the status here change from 2 to 9 available to sell. So we can close this page.
Okay.
You go
And,
if you want
and
to
then
look.
normally when I place an order, what happens next? Once it's done, does the LCBO automatically ship it to Ship Noble, or what's the next step?
No. So here, order submission. You go back on order submission.
Yeah.
You don't create one, but you can do search, and then you're gonna see all the orders, the past orders, like since the beginning, that are in the system. You always want to hit search to have the history. And you see here, for example, we have our order here. That's a customer order that is in status number 2, and that's for branding and buzzing. You see all the other ones here, Tag Trinity Market, Tammy's, those have always already been paid for, and you have the dates and everything.
Okay.
So you got everything there.
Okay.
Here we have to wait again, like usually 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Before the LCBO approves it, and then it becomes available to pay, available for, like to pay basically, and then we have to pay in the system. So we're gonna have to wait. So we can close this one, and then to pay, we can do it after, but basically it's invoice payment here.
Okay.
You create here create an invoice payment. You want to estimated pickup date here. So today it's May 5th. So you have to know that like it's 10:30 now. The LCBO, you want to make sure that sorry, you want to make sure that that you send the shipment ID. We're gonna get the ship ID once the order is paid for. So you want to make sure that the shipment ID is sent to Ship Novel before 2 p.m.
Okay.
That's kind of like the deadline. Usually I really try to do it quite before that, right? Like, 1:30 p.m. like max, to kind of like tell them, because after you send them an email, hey, please pick up this ship ID tomorrow. So right now it's 10:30 a.m. We can still request for a pickup on the 6th here tomorrow. But if it was past 2, let's say it's 2:30 p.m.
Yeah, then the next day.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be
That's
like the
fine.
7. Yeah.
I know this isn't about the onboarding, but I already picked up this product.
Yeah, but that's fine. But in this case, we'll just like add it to the stock then, right?
Okay, so that'll go back into our stock at Ship Noble. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like the proper way to kind of like, do it kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's it going to generate us it generates us a code, and then how do we send that code to, like, do we wait 20 minutes?
Yeah, we have to wait here to pay for that order, but while waiting, I can gotta close this window. Tack. And then basically, do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, on the email.
Yep.
Tack.
No, not on email. I see it on Elite Series again.
You're back on Elite?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Let me see. Showing you don't see the Gmail here?
Nope. I have the system, the LCBO system, Texas.
That's weird. I don't know why it does that.
We still recording?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
You launched it, right?
We're still recording. Okay.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Yes.
The Gmail?
Yes.
Okay. So usually I can remember if it's sales or hello. That's hello. Yeah, hello is usually the email address I use to communicate with Ship Noble. So basically, I just send them that. I put orders at shipnovel.com. So I usually just forward the email or copy and paste, whatever. I forward this email. You see that's the ship ID. Once we pay for this order, we're gonna get a ship ID. So that's the number here. You just send to orders at Ship Novel and Guru at Ship Novel, and then I just good afternoon, could you please add ship ID, whatever, to tomorrow pickup. And then either this wine is going to the stock, events, or either it has to go to our final client, right?
Okay. How do you tell them? How do they know that?
So I'll show you now. Let's say this order was going to Trinity Market. Those two cases are actually sent to Trinity Market. So we generated the order, we paid for the order, we got the ship ID for the two cases for Trinity Market. And here, instead of that, can you please add ship ID? So two cases to tomorrow pickup. And then I usually, instead of putting it to the stock, I'll ask them, please send the two cases to Trinity Market. So they wouldn't do next day delivery, like they're gonna pick up this order tomorrow, right? So, but then that means that they're gonna go deliver on the following day. So they're gonna go deliver on Wednesday, right? Please send the two cases to Trinity Market on Wednesday. A couple of things to do. You have to attach the invoice here. Invoice is attached to this email, and job is created. Usually you have to create a job. And a job is actually the platform that they're using to follow the ordering. You see this page, Sigo?
Nope. Again, I'm only on your email.
That's weird. This thing. Okay, I'll share that one.
Maybe you have to share your whole window.
I know. I don't know why it's not stop sharing. Share, but it doesn't really give me entire screen. It doesn't give me like the like this. You see now?
Yeah. Now I see everything.
Okay.
Now what's this? This is something else I have to go to?
That's another system, yeah.
Holy, there's a lot on this, eh?
Trust me. It's that takes a lot. That's just like.
And you have the login information for this too, CIGO?
So here. So this one is actually the platform that is used with the delivery company. Password, continue. I'm just writing at the same time what I need to send you, links, password, blah, blah, blah. And here, so that's their platform that they're using, ShipNoble. And that's the dashboard. Not much happening lately. Customers and jobs. Recent jobs, you can look at like, previous jobs, and that's the current week. But like, let's say in the last 2 weeks, we got like two jobs, two deliveries basically. So that keeps track of our deliveries. That's pretty good. Trinity Market, you see there were like, you can access the detail of the delivery. You have like the time here. That was delivered at 1:19 p.m. on the 23rd. That's invoice number 44. And they usually, that's weird that I was gonna say they always take a picture of what they deliver. So yeah, you see what they brought.
Okay. That's a delivery platform. That's a delivery platform then.
Exactly. That's for ShipNoble.
Okay.
So that's the detail. You can keep track of all the deliveries there. If you want to create a new one, so as in the email we wrote like,
oh yeah, we need a new
like please now invoice. So here you're gonna attach the invoice, and you also job is created, so you have to create this job here. If it's a new client, you gotta create it here. You go to that to the customers and jobs, add the job, and then here that sends you to all the details of the client. If it's a new client, you gotta fill up all this address, phone number, first name, last name. That kind of automatically populate the address after. Target date for delivery. That's what you have to choose here. Here you gotta put, usually you put Juicy, it's kind of like the name of the agency, / amount of cases. So that's gonna be for 2 cases, right?
You have to do this every time you make an order?
Yeah.
Okay. But some of them are saved, right? Some of the,
Exactly.
like I don't have to retype in Trinity every time.
Exactly, yeah. invoice number, you just like, whatever invoice you create, path, you copy paste the invoice number. You can add the tracking here of the client. You can, use primarily phone number or email, and then like you choose whenever you want to send it to them. And then you save. So that's for a new client, but for clients that are already in the system, that it's actually a bit easier. You just go here in the searching bar. You can actually see if they're already in the system. Every time you create a new client like this, it's gonna save it automatically in the system. So here you have Trinity, you put a plus, then you create the order with this client, using this client. Okay, that shouldn't take too long. You see here you have everything automatically populated. Phone number, first name, last name. Well, let's say first name, last name, Trinity Market, 2 names, then the address. You have the map here. You just have to confirm the target date. So let's say they're picking up tomorrow, so that's going to be delivered on Wednesday the 7th. We send them send 2 cases, invoice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And that's it. Save. Here you can put I don't know what's his email address. Hello, I think.
Yeah.
Save. You can select that. And that's the job was created. And then Ship Novel can relate with like, okay, invoice number, okay, tac. And then on your email here, they're gonna also have the invoice here. That's gonna be the same invoice number, right? And then they can check, okay, yeah, that's right. We have 2 cases of that wine that's gonna go to this client, and then you just like send them that, and then usually they answer with like thanks, order ready for fulfillment.
Okay, and where did the order number, the job number come from, or does it just automatically go to Ship Noble? You just say the job is created after you create the job. You don't have to tell them a job number.
No. After that, no, because they can relate it with the invoice number.
Okay, and the job you just created, should we cancel that?
Yeah, I will cancel it for sure. The thing is, like in this case, this ship ID is for 1 client, so that's easy. They're gonna see the client in the invoice here attached. If you have like 5 clients, then I usually kind of like put the details, like Trinity, whatever. Like, yeah, you'll see. I usually can 2 cases. I can put like, I don't know, Portia's 1 case.
Oh, so I can get different ship. I can put multiple shipments on one ID.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you can put like a bunch of, you just want to make sure that the amount of cases on your ship ID are the exact amount that are going to be invoiced and sent out, right?
Yeah. So if it's 3 invoices, you got to make sure you add them all up manually. Like if one is to JB, one is to Sean, one is to Trinity, and we showed 2, that we have 6 cases total. I get it.
Yeah. But then it's easy because here in the invoice, let's see, like order submission. Let's see if they processed it or not. That here it became available to sell. You see?
Yeah.
So
there's the order number right there. There's the order number, right?
Yeah, that's the one that we created.
That's what I get to Ship Noble.
No, that's not that one. Because we haven't paid for the order yet, right?
Okay.
We still haven't paid for it. Usually once it becomes available for sale, we have like, another 15 minutes kind of thing before it actually becomes available for sale. So you got to make sure that you can like place those orders quite in advance, because between the time that you actually create the order and the times it actually becomes available, to pay, kind of like that you can actually pay for it, you might have a good half an hour.
Okay.
So if you want something picked up tomorrow, make sure that you place the order before like 1:30, because the cutoff is like 2 p.m. So anything that we pay here on this platform after 2 p.m. That's not going to be able to be picked up like the following day.
Understood.
So usually,
it still has to get approved anyway, and I have to get I'm still waiting for the number, right? So
yeah,
exactly. I understand the time that it takes.
Exactly. So, and then it's invoice payments here.
Okay.
And all the orders that are going to be available to pay, they're going to appear here. So you got to create up. I can show you again here. So yeah, invoice payment. So you create, as always, kind of like bottom right. So you want to estimate pickup date, but you put tomorrow. You don't have to put the time or whatever. That's fine. But choose the right dates. Continue. Credit card. You can only pay with credit card. And then you hit search. And here that was pretty fast. It's already available to sell and it appears. So sometimes between the times that it becomes here available to sell and actually, that you're able to pay for it, sometimes there is a bit of time. Even if the other report shows like status number 9, it might not appear here. But that means that there is this bit of time, which is kind of like a banking thing where like they actually process the order on their hand. Because that's what we're going to have to pay for the wine to get out of the warehouse.
Okay.
So that's like $291.63.
Yep.
And here you have you can have like a full list of like, I don't know, like 10 orders that, when you create all your orders, they're all available for sale. All of them are going to appear here. And then you can choose which one you want to pay for. So here there is only one. So that's easy. But then like if you want to pay for 2 out of the 10 or 3 out of the 10, but whatever, you just like select which one you want to pay for.
Okay.
And then that's going to add up like it's like 10 times this one, but you're going to have to pay like, $2,910 and $16.
Why 10 times the amount?
What's that?
You said, why is it $2,000? You said it's going to be 2,000?
Yeah, well, if we have like 10 of these orders, right? Then you select all of them, and then that's good. I mean, it's just like everything is going to add up, right? Like you're going to pay for all the orders. Yeah, that's what I mean. So that here we only have that one. Select, so don't forget to select that one. Tac. Here, tac, you have the detail. More action. Credit card payment URL. You have to click on that. That's going to generate a URL. Here, you want to copy this.
Oh my God.
You copy it in your browser here, and that's going to send you on paying page.
Every time.
Yeah. MasterCard. And then you use like the credit card to pay.
It's not ready. It didn't say it was released yet.
No, because we haven't paid yet, right? So should we pay for that one? It's fine.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. You got the number?
MasterCard Juicy Tech 0928. 0928. Yeah, it's a bit of a process. It's annoying. Our number.
So annoying. It's almost not worth it with small orders. You like it only makes sense when you got bigger orders, right?
I know, that's why.
This labor to place an order is like a half-an-hour process.
Yeah. I know, man. I told you that I didn't really have much time to do that anymore, unfortunately. 79791 795, sorry. Postal code, c'est là, tac.
Does it not work if you don't put all of it in?
No, you have to put all the, phone number.
416.
I have it, yeah. Here, email. We want to put the email where
sales, right?
Yeah, the hello tag that we're gonna get the invoice. That's it. The credit card number. Tac. No bill. Okay, that's good. Tac. Submit.
So could I put in our customer's credit card sometimes, or do I always have to use our credit card?
No. This one, because we pay for that wine, right? It's kind of like that's the wine that we pay for, that the agency is paying for, and then because that's the cost of the wine without our margin, right?
Oh, right. Makes sense.
There is no margin built in that. It's kind of like the price that we pay to the LCBO.
Right. Makes sense. Sorry.
Tax submit payment. now we submit payment. Okay, transaction approved. Great. Not much battery. You want to make sure that here you go back on the page, edit Citrix. That's kind of their system, edit Citrix that they call complete payment. Because if not, like you gotta complete the payment. If not, like that's not gonna generate the shipment ID. And once you completed the payment, tuck here you have yes, payment type 2 approved, the little green thing. Okay, you have the detail, which mascara was used, etc. Approved. That's good. You can close that page. We go back on the main one, and then you want to open the Gmail account, Juicy, and here we just got an email right now, shipment pickup barcode. So the order, that's the order number. So if you pay for 10 different orders, you're gonna have like 10 numbers here. But that's the ship ID. That's the shipment pickup barcode that ShipNoble is gonna send to the warehouse to plan for the pickup. Hello.
Okay. That goes in the email to ShipNoble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where is it?
Right there, Juicy. Yeah.
Here. So here, ship ID, whatever, ship ID, make sure that it's the right one to tomorrow pickup. Or in this case, you put like, please add them to stock in this case because you already picked them up.
Yeah, and I think you got a couple of extra letters after the ship ID number there.
What's that?
There you go. Okay, and then you go ShipNoble orders and to Guru too.
And Guru, yeah, yeah. If you add them to stock, I usually put like an inventory.
Okay.
Inventory too. Anyway. So these parts of adding to stock and etc. Technically, it's again like we talked about the other day. It's kind of like a gray zone, right?
Yeah.
You're not really supposed to kind of like have stock or whatever,
That's okay. Matt's picking it all up this week.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what I'm saying is like if you talk to the LCBO or like a CSR, whatever, like don't really mention kind of like that all that part, right?
Okay.
Technically, you have your ship ID, okay, tag, and that goes straight to the client. You're like, okay, send those 2 cases to client, and that's being delivered on the Wednesday, and that's it.
Okay.
The thing is, like a lot of agencies are doing a little bit of stock because let's say this Viognier is available at this restaurant by the glass, you know that they're taking 2 cases a week. Instead of paying every week for 2 cases, you're paying for 8 cases and you send them 2 cases and you keep 6 cases in stock. Then you don't have to do all this process and then you have a bit of stock.
You leave that stock at ShipNoble or do you put it somewhere else?
Yeah, no, everything at ShipNoble, yeah.
And you just pick it up when you need it.
Yeah, exactly. Or you just like ask ShipNoble to ship it from their stock instead of sending them the ship ID. You can also see their stock that they have, and they're like, "Oh, okay, you have like 4 cases."
Oh, ship this from our stock. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then you don't have to generate all this ship ID thing.
Okay.
So that's way easier, right?
Way easier. I guess the whole thing is very complicated. I'm glad I recorded it. So
I'm just charging. I need to charge my computer quickly.
No problem.
Sorry, that's I don't know, where did I put it over there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, great. Good thing that we recorded that. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot, and if we didn't have ship noble. So basically, this ship ID. Where are you here? So this ship ID that's being generated, you have like another system, like which is the warehouse system, Trillium warehouse, which is like actually DHL. You have to enter the system and book your appointment for the following day with the ship ID to book your slot when you're gonna go there and pick up your wine.
Okay, and that's in Caledon?
That's in Caledon, yeah. I haven't been using this system for a while. I used to go quite often every week to the warehouse. I would just like get 30 cases, 40 cases, whatever. But if you have like 2 cases to deliver, like, you're not going to go there for 2 cases. And that's like, an hour each way.
What would be the purpose of doing that and not using Ship Noble?
Well, Ship Noble charge, right? They charge their pickup, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they charge their pickup, they charge the storage, of course they.
But you can pick it up from Trillium and you can deliver to your customer directly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, without going through Ship Noble. Yeah, exactly. And then, you don't have any delivery fee. You have your time and like, the gas that it costs you to go out there and like go to your client, right? That's, if you have like, 30 cases to deliver in the day, why not? But then if you have like 2 cases to deliver, that's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. My wife is looking for me. One second.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I was just like gonna create those, maybe a note to kind of like important note for like links. I don't know, links.
Yes, please.
How
Links,
would you put
passwords, all that stuff.
Yeah. Cigo.
Citrix.
Yeah, Citrix. Yeah, exactly. Citrix. Okay, I'm gonna put the links and tag. So here we have to delete this one. Yes, I want to delete the job. Perfect. Tag. I'm gonna disconnect from here. Log out. That's the Cigo. Tag. So Matt never joined.
Nope. Maybe he's picking up. He was going to pick up wine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to go today, I think, to pick up. We're just going to go. I sent a note to Ship Noble to have all of our wine ready to be picked up. That's it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's all under his name right now, anyway. So he just doesn't have. He's going to store half of it at Trinity and then half of it at a friend of mine's house for now.
Okay. Password, ID, tag. And then what else? Tricks.
Should we stop recording now for this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because you're just going to email that. Thank you for all that. We can keep talking though. Stop recording.
No worries.